Yeah. Um, so the title of my presentation is How to Stay Ahead of the Game with Invisalign. Meaning you are already ahead, but how to stay there. So how to keep innovating, or actually the two main words that I will be mentioning is creating differentiation and efficiency through new ideas that are coming. So I'll try to show first the need for change, the importance of understanding that it doesn't matter your success up to now, staying on your comfort zone is very dangerous nowadays. So I'm going to try to create this need for reinventing yourself, regardless in what stage of your career you are. So to give importance about the new trends, understand the new trends, and understand how to incorporate these new trends to create perceived value towards your clients.
And how do you overcome the fear of change? Because I think the biggest thing is actually the fear rather than adopting the change itself.
Yeah, we humans usually don't like to change,
Yeah.
and we like to stay the way we are. So usually, uh, the best way to make people change is to try to create uncomfort by really uh, explaining how the changes will affect their lives. So it's not really if you want to own an office, a dental office, you don't have a choice unless you want to work for somebody else. If you don't want to worry about it, so there's not much of a choice. It's not a matter of I like the new trends and I will implement them one day. No, it's urgent. It's survival. You need to be able to keep changing and improving and differentiating and being more efficient. Otherwise, others will, and competition nowadays will only get worse. So you have to change.
What made you start to change? What inspired you? How did you start the journey yourself?
I think it's part of my character somehow a little bit, and I had a unique professional career because I was a dentist, but also a technician. But so I was doing the lab work for dentists, and I decided that part of designing smiles in the lab was something that I liked it the most. So even though after I graduated from dentistry, I stayed as a technician. And the only thing was that as a technician, I was doing what I loved, but in general, technicians, they make less money than the dentist.
Yeah.
So I needed to reinvent myself and create value in what I was doing to do what I wanted and to make the money I wanted. So I created like this new specialty of a comprehensive smile designer, the architect of the smile. And I started to work with dentists, providing them this service. And then I was always trying to become different, to get the excitement and to get the money that I wanted. So once you start seeing that you bring a new idea, that new idea makes you different in the eyes of the other, that seeing you as a different adds value. When it adds value, they are willing to pay more for your service. And then when in general everybody sees that your idea is allowing you to do better, people start to copy you, and then that idea is not new anymore. So you have to come with a new idea if you want to keep moving forward.
So would you agree with some of the speakers that have been talking about how you need to adapt sort of business strategies? What you're saying is, this is an intellectual and a business strategy rather than the clinical change.
Yes,
the clinical change is the thing the dentist can do anyhow.
It's completely different. I think dentistry, in fact, haven't changed that much in the last 10, 15 years. You can do the same dentistry you did 10 years ago and still be doing great dentistry. It's not that clinically things are changing. It's much more about the patient experience, the consumer experience. That is changing a lot. So new technologies are not necessarily coming to allow you technically to do something better, because we've been doing that procedure without the technology very well. So yes, technology helps us clinically to do slightly better here and there, but I think the focus is how can new trends, new technologies, new solutions improve the patient emotional experience by going through that service, by going through that treatment.
And do you think that Invisalign and iTero are helping because they create the patient experience?
I think Invisalign is a pioneer on thinking about the final consumer experience. Invisalign has been innovating on that path, actually many years before any other company in dentistry. And I always ask myself why the other companies didn't copy earlier. It's amazing the gap. And that's why you see the value of Invisalign today huge compared to any other dental company. So I think it's in inside Align DNA of focusing not only on technological advantages to be clinically more efficient, always, of course, but on every new development, think on the business model, how to help the dentist by using an Align solution or an Align equipment. How can that help the business as a whole? So you're not buying a scanner, you're buying a business model. You're not buying a aligner, you're buying a client experience, right? So I think Align is a pioneer in our field on that matter. Yeah.
And then what's next? I mean, what are the next steps for you? And I mean, we hope we know what's coming with Align, but how does what you're teaching and suggesting evolve?
I think this journey of educating dentists and preparing dentists to what is about to come and happen in dentistry is just starting. So we need, as companies, we need to really help dentists to go through this transitional moment. It's a very disruptive moment, and that is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I think dentists, they need companies like our companies that are thinking on how to support the transition, how to support the staff, how to support the team. People should come to our courses and move away from the course with solutions, with pragmatic step-by-step implementation and short-term goals and financial advantages by with the fact that they are implementing what we are saying. So I think education it still needs to evolve a lot. So a lot of investment, I believe, should be done on the next 5 years on education, because the technical solutions and the trends and the marketing solutions are out there. So now we need to educate. And of course, a big trend is automation, meaning that we need to invest on artificial intelligence and automation. So when the dentist incorporates a system, the learning curve will be much easier. And when the company is providing a service, this service is also much more predictable, because now, technology is helping us to make better decisions.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you. It's exactly what I need, and you're happy for me to quote what you
100%.
Fantastic. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
And thank you.